Afternoon. We will now begin our meeting and recording. Welcome to the Graduation Measures in New York State Regional Meeting. I am Dr. Gladys Cruz, District Superintendent of Questar 3 BOCES, and I am happy to host and facilitate this meeting along with my colleague, Anita Murphy, District Superintendent of Capital Region BOCES, on behalf of the State Education Department. Joining us today is Vice Chancellor Finn, who represents the 3rd Judicial District. For today's meeting, we have representation from close to 70 organizations from across the region and members of the public. Thank you for joining us. Before I go any further, I would like to go over a few quick points. Portions of this meeting are being live streamed. Also, by attending this meeting, you are consenting to have our staff take notes during the breakout sessions. The breakout chats will also be archived. However, today's breakout sessions will not be recorded by the department. During the large group sessions, we encourage you to use the chat box to participate and contribute to the conversation. Please note the large group chat will also be archived. We'll use the hashtag NYSGradMeasures, and we encourage you all to continue today's conversations on social media platforms. Here is today's agenda. First, we will watch a welcome video from Chancellor Lester W. Young, Jr. and Commissioner Betty A. Rosa. This will be followed by a presentation that will go over the review that Chancellor Young, Commissioner Rosa, and the Board of Regents have decided to undertake to re-examine New York's graduation requirements. In February 2019, then Chancellor Rosa committed to rethinking New York's graduation measures. In July 2019, the Board of Regents announced it would create a Blue Ribbon Commission to review the state's high school graduation measures and explore what it means to obtain a diploma in New York State. In winter 2020, 19 regional meetings were held. Due to COVID-19, these meetings were paused, and we're happy to resume these meetings now. West Ed will combine the feedback collected from the previous sessions along with information gleaned from this round of regional meetings. After the feedback is presented to the Board of Regents, the Blue Ribbon Commission will convene and examine what a diploma should signify to ensure educational excellence and equity for every student in New York State. The Commission will decide whether adding other measures of achievement could better serve New York's diverse student population as indicators of what they know and if they are ready for college, careers, and civic engagement. New York's ESSA plan aims to ensure that all students succeed and thrive in school, no matter who they are, where they live, where they go to school, or where they come from. Now we'll hear welcoming remarks from Chancellor Lester W. Young, Jr. and Commissioner Betty A. Rosa.
Hello, I'm Chancellor Lester W. Young, Jr.
I'm Commissioner Betty A. Rosa. We are so thrilled to welcome you to this regional meeting to review graduation measures in New York State.
We know a one-size-fits-all approach to education doesn't work for many of our students, and right now, we are at a critical moment of possibility. We must transform the system to provide equitable avenues to success for all students. That means providing every child with educational opportunities that allow them to develop and sustain the knowledge, skills, and dispositions they'll need to thrive, to further their education, find a fulfilling career, and be an engaged community member. Your feedback will be used to inform the work of a Blue Ribbon Commission. The Commission's work will be thoughtful and inclusive and explore what a New York State high school diploma means and what it ought to signify to ensure educational excellence and equity. This is some of the most important work that the Board of Regents and Department can do for our children. Part of that work must include exploring the way in which students best demonstrate their readiness to graduate from high school and be successful in life.
We would like to consider what additional measures of learning and achievement would better serve New York's diverse student population as indicators of whether they're ready for college, career, and civic engagement. All of our students should have access to the opportunities necessary for equitable and more meaningful learning in school. We have developed 5 key questions to help guide you in your discussion and to foster a dialogue about this important topic, so that by the end of the meeting, we have collected feedback from all of you. The Board of Regents may consider policy alternatives only after the groundwork has been completed. We started this groundwork before the pandemic hit, and that work will not be lost. However, we know that the world has changed in the past 2 years, especially in education. These changes will be part of the discussion as we move forward. Let me be clear, this effort is not about doing away with the Regents exam. Rather, it's about providing different avenues, equally rigorous, for students to demonstrate that they are ready to graduate with a meaningful diploma. It's about ensuring that what students are learning is relevant to them and useful to society. It's about creating school communities and establishing relationships where educators, parents, and students all work together to improve teaching and learning. We look forward to receiving your valuable input throughout this essential conversation.
Thank you for giving your time and consideration for the future of New York's children.
Why are the Board of Regents and State Education Department reviewing graduation measures now? The answer is twofold. First, the number one priority of the Board of Regents and the department is to create equity in education for all New York State's students. The system is not working for everyone. Inequities exist for too many students, particularly our most vulnerable students, our students of color, students with disabilities, English language learners, and low-income students. Too many students are leaving high school without a diploma. New York and other states are grappling with graduation rates that are improving too slowly, if at all, as well as achievement gaps that reflect persistent opportunity gaps. The pandemic further magnifies this issue, which is why ensuring equity for all students is more important now than ever. The second reason for the state's review of graduation measures is to ensure our students are engaged in school and prepared for the 21st century workforce. It's about ensuring that what students are learning is relevant to them, useful to society, and prepares them for college, careers, and civic engagement. With more opportunities for students to focus on what interests them, the more engaged they will be in school and therefore better positioned to be successful in life. This includes being active members of their communities, government, and society. Students also need to be prepared to take advantage of the opportunities of the 21st century workforce, as well as face its demands and challenges. The purpose of the commission is to review research, practice, and policy, and to gather input from across the state to help inform recommendations to reconsider current diploma requirements, ensure all students have access to multiple graduation measures, and ensure a transition plan timeline allows time to prepare for and implement any changes. Here is the draft timeline for the commission to carry out its work. The review of graduation measures will be broken down into 3 phases. We are currently in phase 1, information gathering and learning. And that is why all of you are here, so we can gather feedback on the 5 guiding questions. The feedback we receive will help inform the work of the Blue Ribbon Commission. Regional meetings like this one will continue through winter 2022, and the feedback from the regional meetings will be compiled and presented to the Board of Regents this summer. As part of phase 1, the department is also conducting a review of research and practices in other states. This information will also help inform the commission's work during phase 2, when the commission meets and develops recommendations to the Board of Regents. The Blue Ribbon Commission will first convene in fall 2022 and carry out its work over the following year. This work will include forming subgroups for priority areas. Phase 3 is when the commission's work and recommendations are presented to the Board of Regents, and the board will begin its policy discussion. It is expected the commission will present its work to the board in the spring or summer of 2024. The commission's work will be completed in approximately 2 years, and this is by design, so ample stakeholder and public feedback can be part of the process. And that is why we are here. At least one regional meeting will be held in each Regents Judicial District. 19 meetings were held from January to March 2020, and 8 meetings will be held from December 2021 to February 2022. Outreach was provided to a vast array of regional stakeholders and organizations to ensure every region is part of the conversation. The format of meetings will provide for discussions to bring ideas forward in a concise, consistent, and thoughtful way. Ideas and information will be captured in each regional area. The task before us is to provide the department with feedback on graduation requirements in New York State. This feedback will be compiled into a report and presented to the Board of Regents in summer 2022. To earn a New York State diploma, students must earn 22 units of credit and complete a minimum of 5 assessment requirements. Credits are delineated by subject areas, and each student must pass 1 Regents examination in the disciplines of English, mathematics, science, and social studies, and choose an assessment pathway to meet the assessment requirements. In the email confirming your registration for today's meeting, you received 2 resources that explain the current New York State diploma requirements. The links to these resources also can be found in the chat. We'll discuss the current New York State diploma requirements in more detail in the breakout rooms. Now that we know what New York State currently requires for high school graduates, we want to take a minute to tell you the directions some other states are moving in. 47 states and the District of Columbia have minimum statewide high school graduation requirements. Colorado, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania leave high school graduation requirements up to local districts. All three have statewide assessments or recommended graduation requirements. The coursework requirements vary considerably across states. The total units required across the states varies from 13 to 24. The required number of courses in each content area also varies considerably across states. For example, some states require 2 units of credit in mathematics, while other states require 4 units of credit in mathematics. All states require 4 credits of English. The specificity of courses also varies considerably across states and districts. For example, some states require 3 credits of science, while others require specific science courses such as biology, chemistry, and physics. While high school assessments are required for all states, most of these assessments have no high-stakes impact. However, 11 states require high school assessments that do impact a student's ability to graduate. More recently, states are including learning and leadership experiences in their graduation requirements. The experiences include extended work-based learning, such as apprenticeships or internships, where students apply employability skills and knowledge in a real-world context. Service learning, such as volunteering to support a community organization, or co-curricular activities such as participation in state career technical student organization competitions, are additional experiences some states require for graduation. 12 states include a co-curricular learning and leadership experience measure in their state or federal accountability systems, often as part of a CCR menu. Fewer than 10 states include a capstone experience, service learning, portfolio, or similar component as part of their graduation requirements. All states require a standard diploma. 6 states offer multiple standard diploma options. For example, students in Maine can earn the standard diploma either through meeting their proficiency-based requirements or through meeting their credit-based requirements. 16 states offer diploma options other than the standard diploma type. Other diploma types include STEM in Idaho, Career Pathway, Michigan, Honors, Ohio, and Career and Technical Education, Wisconsin. Massachusetts has a recommended graduation curriculum, Mass Core. 6 states offer an advanced diploma. 7 states offer an endorsed diploma. Students in some states, like Colorado and Rhode Island, must complete a performance-based diploma assessment beginning with the class of 2021. Vermont is implementing proficiency-based graduation requirements. 17 states require non-course requirements for graduation. It is now my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Capital Region BOCES District Superintendent Anita Murphy, who will guide our work through our tasks for today. Anita?
Thank you, Gladys. Now let's turn to our task for today. It's just about the time for a short break before we enter the next phase of this meeting. Let me explain how this will work. In just a couple of minutes, we will transition everyone into a breakout room where you will have a chance to discuss ideas and share your feedback on each of the five guiding questions. To get through all of the questions, we recommend spending approximately 10 to 12 minutes per question, and pacing reminders will be shared. Each group will have a facilitator to lead the discussion, keep track of time, and report out your group's key takeaway, a note taker to take notes and record the feedback for the department via the 5 guiding questions note-taking template, and a chat monitor who will keep track of comments in this chat. Each group should take time to discuss and provide feedback to the department on each of the 5 guiding questions. At the end of the group discussion time, each group will choose one key takeaway that their note taker will share with the entire group through the chat feature. Some facilitators will also share their group's key takeaway in the main room. Here are the 5 guiding questions that the department would like your feedback on. 1, what do we want all students to know and be able to do before they graduate? 2, how do we want all students to demonstrate such knowledge and skills while capitalizing on their cultures, languages, and experiences? 3, how do you measure learning and achievement as it pertains to the answer to number 2 above to ensure that they are indicators of high school completion while enabling opportunities for all students to succeed? 4, how can measures of achievement accurately reflect the skills and knowledge of our special populations, such as students with disabilities and English language learners? And 5, what course requirements or examinations will ensure that all students are prepared for college, careers, and civic engagement? Your breakout room facilitator may display these questions as you begin your discussions. If they do not, a copy of the 5 guiding questions was also attached to your registration email. We will ask groups to start reporting out on their one key point 90 minutes following our return from the break. In the event that you are not placed into your designated breakout room, please click on the Join Breakout Room button that will appear on your screen. The button will appear only if you are not automatically placed into a breakout room. Please note that we do not have the ability to switch your designated breakout room. If you exit from your breakout room, you will be placed back into the main meeting room. For there, we can only return you to your designated room and not to a different one. We are going to take a short break now as we transition everyone into their breakout rooms. Please feel free to turn off your video and stretch. When you return to your computer, you will be in your breakout session. Breakout sessions will start in 5 minutes at approximately 2:28. We'll all reconvene back here in this meeting room at 90 minutes after that. Again, that will happen automatically. You'll be given cues in your breakout room. And please participate. Your active participation will ensure that we can provide the best possible guidance to the Blue Ribbon Commission. Very important. Please do not sign out of the meeting during the break. Stay in the meeting and you will be sent into your breakout rooms. Okay, take a quick break and we'll see you back here soon.